AITA for saying my mom named me like a madlibs.
I am not Op. Op is you/it's Waverly Oak. Original posted on 16th of July, 2021. My first name, Waverly, is the street my mom grew up on. My middle name is where I was conceived. My last name is a noun. It feels like a Mad Lib. I've never felt any strong way towards my name other than wishing I had a girlier name when I was a kid, but I've always felt a little frustrated at the fact that my mom named me like one of those security question scams on Facebook. My siblings all were named a bit more normally. Anyways, my sister is pregnant and didn't want a baby shower, so we had a nice dinner for her, 3 days ago, instead.
We got onto the topic of names and my family starts giving their input and I tell her, you could always take mom's approach and just do a Mad Lib. My sister laughs and my mom throws herself on the table and bursts into tears. She starts wailing about how she didn't know I hated my name so much, how awful she is as a parent, how I should just change my name and be done with her. My siblings and I console her, or try to, and after like 20 minutes with no success, my sister tells me I should leave so I don't upset her anymore. My boyfriend, together 3 years, is fuming the whole way home, saying I knew that would upset her and I put him in an awkward spot. He's been frustrated with me since. My sister also says I did it on purpose to upset her. We've always had a rocky relationship, and that I ruined her dinner because I was jealous of her for having a baby. I'm not. My other siblings have stayed mostly out of it but told me to apologize to our mom, which I did.
I called and told her how sorry I was and that I really did like my name, and she starts saying I don't need to lie to spare an old woman's feelings and that she should be apologizing to me for saddling me with such a burden. I tried some more but she just kept wallowing. Ever since, she's been making 34 Facebook posts per day about how she's a bad mom and grateful that her children still love her despite all her failures. My family has started reaching out trying to be sure everything is okay. I didn't mean to say it maliciously. I genuinely harbor no ill will towards my mother. I feel like everything has spiraled out of control and I feel like this is some weird revenge thing she's trying to do. But was I actually mean enough to deserve the revenge? Was I really that out of line? AITA for saying my mom named me like a Mad Libs?
Some relevant comments. 1. She pulls the I'm a bad parent card a lot. But never sincerely and never to this extreme. When I was a teen, I wanted to go to a punk concert and we had a huge fight about whether or not I should be allowed to go. When I wasn't allowed to go, I got angry and she starts going on. I'm sorry I'm such a horrible parent. I'm sorry I won't let my daughter be murdered miles from home. I'm sorry I don't want my baby to be kidnapped. Call CPS. I'm winning Worst Mother of the Year over here. She was genuinely very upset but she was not sincere in feeling like she was a bad mom. 2. A lot of people have said I haven't given a full picture and I have. Of the event in question. But here's the even fuller picture. I'm the black sheep of our family. I am the oldest of 6 and my dad's only child. He died when I was less than a year old. My mom remarried when I was 5 and my stepdad didn't want much to do with me. He said it was too late for me to be his child and I've always felt out of place in my family. Everyone in my family is very athletic. I'm really not. Everyone in my family is very musical. I'm really not. I've always felt a little left out from everyone else and they make sure I don't forget it. I got left behind a lot because I wouldn't enjoy things as much and would frequently be left out of family activities by accident. I got into a lot of arguments with my mom and stepdad, especially as a teenager, because I turned my sad feelings into angry ones. But I've grown out of it. I've always had ambivalent relationships with my siblings but they are very clearly more loyal to their parents than me. I did not anticipate my siblings would take my side in this at all. They typically choose to support their parents and leave me out to dry. I genuinely don't hate my name. I feel ambivalent towards it and have never made a comment like this before. I used to tell her I wanted to be a Hannah or a Kate, but never something about the actual way I was named. If I'd known it would hurt her, I wouldn't have said it, even if just to avoid the fuss. My boyfriend is a textbook people pleaser. He thinks me fighting with my mother has reflected poorly on him and that my family dislikes him now. For the most part, we've taken to ignoring the issue, but he has been sad reacting my mom's Facebook posts, which kind of pisses me off. ETA. There's actually a really funny family photo from my teen years where everyone else knew we were taking a picture except me. So my whole family is color coordinated in niece clothes and I'm wearing some old concert tee and ratty jeans. It was always my prime source when I needed to represent how I felt in my family.
Verdict, NTA. Update posted on 15th of November, 2022. Hey everyone, it's the artist formerly known as Waverly. Just kidding. I didn't change my name. Did change my whole life around though. I wanted to post this update for a lot of reasons, but mainly to express my gratitude. I didn't have a lot of friends at the time and most of them were my boyfriend's friends.
I truly didn't feel like I had anyone else to go to about this. So I'm so thankful for everyone who took the time to reply to my original post and provide insight. It was a lot to sift through and honestly, really painful. It felt like I was finally being validated after years of gaslighting myself. I always had a feeling that something was wrong but pushed it aside for the sake of being part of the family. The period after I posted was truly one of the lowest of my life, but also one of the most empowering. A lot of people told me to cut out my boyfriend, but I didn't see the point. I didn't understand the accusations of narcissism. But when I sat down with him, explained how badly him siding with my mom hurt me, how it hurt to watch him turn against me when I needed to support, his response was, "You did this to yourself." That was the light bulb moment I needed. We broke up. I moved in with my brother for a little while to get back on my feet. There were a lot of recommendations to go no contact with my mom, but I had a really hard time with the idea of it. Talking it over with her was mostly unsuccessful. She kept degrading herself and sending me all these backhanded apologies that made me feel worse. Everything ended in me apologizing. My sister had her baby. Whole family went to visit her and she told us the name Top 10. Very traditional. My mom made a comment about me scaring her out of exercising creativity. Without any crocodile tears or hysterics. It was pure hostility from her and it was another light bulb. I brushed it off, apologized to my sister, stuck around for another 30 minutes. And that was it. That was the last time I spoke to my mom. My brother harassed me about it, so I moved out of his place and into an extended stay hotel. I got a job a few states away, got an apartment, packed up my life and pretty much entirely started over. I haven't spoken to any of my family members in almost a year. There has been a lot of therapy, as recommended. It's been a painful, sad, lonely, and frustrating experience. But I'm also so much better off. I have new friends. I actually like my job a lot better now. And I'm creating my own weird little family with my pets. A family that I'm really a part of. Again, thank you to everyone who provided input. Not exactly the happiest update, but one for the better. My mom remarried when I was 5 and my stepdad didn't want much to do with me. He said it was too late for me to be his child. That's just lazy of him. Even age 10 or so it's common for the kid to end up, also the step-parent's child.
Yikes, glad Duke got the hell out of this dynamic. I wish for future happiness.
How freaking dramatic can that mother be? Good God, woman. God, I love the ones where they grow a spine. The only reason I keep reading these nightmares. Sometimes the best families are the ones you create yourself. Yeah, the "I'm the worst parent, you must hate me" bit is never a good sign. The best answers I've found to that is either, "Yet that's exactly what I said," or to just really agree wholeheartedly. Yes, you were. Depending on how badly you want to implode that setup. The point is to reverse the issue and get everyone to comfort them. Emotionally abused kids are so tough to read about with these posts. They do so much rationalizing because, hey, they aren't being punched, right? So it's not that bad, and it's so obvious to everyone else that they are being driven completely miserable. I'm glad Op had her lightbulb moments and started going after her own happiness finally. Jesus, that's really rough. What a rough childhood. And adulthood wasn't looking much better in the family front. They all treated her with such disrespect and never intended to change that. I'm so impressed with her ability to see the truth and break free from it. She hopefully has a rich future in which her chosen family love and support her. Friends who are like family are such a blessing. Oftentimes they are even better than blood relatives because you choose each other. JFC. These people are all horrible. But now I'm wondering. Waverly Barcelona Fern? I'd kill for that name. Waverly Kitchen Bird? I must know. I just want to hug Oop really tightly. If she's into hugs. And tell her that she did the right thing for herself and deserves her own weird little family who loves every last bit of her. Why did the boyfriend pitch such a fit? He could literally not have been more irrelevant in the situation. I hope Waverly Gas Station Baseball is doing okay. Whoa, Oop is so strong. You gotta admire her tenacity and independence. Oop, this is actually a really happy update. You have shown others that you don't have to be tied to the family that made you, but you can create one of your own and be content. It's only been 1 year away from the family you had for probably 20 years. As time goes by, I have a feeling your life will only get better and better. This is good. My first thought was, why the hell is the BF making this about him? Good riddance. And her family sounds exhausting and mean. I am so happy for Oop. She was surrounded by toxic people and clearly the scapegoat. She finally was able to see things for how they were and remove herself. It can be hard to remove yourself because you delude yourself into thinking the abuse is better than being alone. Hell no to that. She is now building her own life and family and I wish her well. Oop is far better off without that toxic family. They'll never see themselves as toxic. But they scapegoated poor Oop from the age of 5. Her so-called mother is a rancid drama queen. I hope Oop changes her name to something she loves. And has a great life. I don't know Oop, but I'm proud of her. Even just doing one of the things she did would have been exhausting as hell. Yet she broke up with her boyfriend. Went NC with more than half a dozen people. Moved. Started a new job. Went to therapy and made friends. Oop is strong AF. Also, the description of her mother's reaction to a rather harmless joke made me roll my eyes and laugh at the same time. IDK how people can take someone seriously who reacts like this to anything but the death of a loved one. Goodness, I'm relieved Oop got out of that family situation. Once her mother did the whole I'm a bad parent drama over a minor comment, the ship was sunk.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Heracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.